I was eating a rice cake. Literally the most innocent thing out there, trying to be healthy. Instead of eating bread or something, I was munching on rice cakes and celery.
Are you sure it wasn't rock?
Welcome to another episode of The Clever DJ with Ilya
and Nino. Welcome, guys. This is our 17th episode.
Number 17.
All right, buddy. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
You good?
It's been a rough week, but I'm pretty good.
I know. I heard about your tooth, bro.
Oh, it's split right down the middle.
I know, man.
Just like I did. Thank God it was a root canal.
No, tell them what happened to your tooth, bro.
So this is a banter podcast. So, you know, like if this is the first time you're listening to us or watching us on YouTube,
don't judge us.
You're going to hear some banter. But lots of people are tuning in because of that too. So I was eating...
This is Ilya, by the way. Here you go.
I was eating a rice cake. Literally the most innocent thing out there, trying to be healthy. Instead of eating bread or something, I was munching on rice cakes and celery.
Are you sure it wasn't rock?
I remember that I had a bit like stuck in my tooth. I was like, whatever, like I'll take another bite and then...
It was caught in between and you...
And I think I had a bit caught on that side and then a bit on the other side and just kind of created like this like crane situation and just like snapped it.
Bro.
And the thing is, I don't know if it would have happened later down the road. Maybe it was already cracked inside. But when you have a root canal, they tell you put on a crown because the tooth is already dead. There's no blood flowing through it, so it's a weaker tooth. So at least with a crown, the crown will break. You'll just replace that, right?
There you go.
Because it broke all straight to the root. Like a part of it was like flailing around. It's gross. But and I had to wait like 3 days until I could see someone.
Oh god.
Because it was in that situation, they have to extract the tooth.
Oh.
It's like I don't know how many thousands of dollars I have to pay for that now. Mm-hmm. So I got like a workaround situation so I don't sound like this right now. It would be so hard to talk. I don't think I'll be able to.
No, probably not.
They told me they'll have to put me on like painkillers. It'll take like 3-4 months at least to heal.
You got to record while you're on it, bro.
No, we're going to pre-record some episodes.
No, bro, I'm telling you should do it, man. That's going to be funny. I'm going to be laughing at you the whole time.
I think they said that the recovery is actually pretty good. And they said as long as you take the medication they gave you and you do it exactly how they tell you, you shouldn't experience too much discomfort.
Okay.
That's what they said. Today I was in quite a bit of pain and they barely did anything to me.
Anything, right?
So that compared to drilling into my gum, into the bone,
bro,
waiting for it to heal for 4 months.
Bro.
And I got a destination wedding in a couple months. So... There's no way, they even said it's even if you wanted to, we don't want you to travel with that, with the pressure changes and everything, man. Your sinuses.
You can't do that, bro.
So if this temporary solution works for like ever, I may just keep it like that.
So don't worry about it. At least it's in the back anyway.
Kinda. It's the second, apparently it's tooth number 5.
Tooth number 5, okay.
For all you dentists out there. It's 2 teeth behind the left fang.
Okay, but if it was in the front,
you can still see it's still in your smile line.
No, you can't really see it. Honestly, you can't.
It's this one right here. Yes, you can.
Okay. Don't smile too big. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get back into this.
It's not recording.
What?
I'm just joking.
Yeah. Do this to me.
So we're going to talk about something that everyone's been talking about last couple of days. Coachella. Mm-hmm. Grimes.
Oh my God.
Just, not because we have nothing else to talk about, but like we did speak about this stuff on the podcast over and over again. And I know I'm the beginner one here, but I'm my buddy here, Nino, my mentor, he's been teaching me several things that are ingrained in me right now. Mm-hmm. So I can't not talk about it and sound like I know what I'm talking about.
It's everybody's talking about it. Everybody in the DJ community is talking about it, so we have to talk about it.
And I really understand it. Yeah. I understand what she did there, or what she didn't do. And some things I had to research because I wasn't sure why it was happening.
Yes.
Right? But because I just didn't know why that happened, right? But now that I did research, I don't think I'd ever be in that situation myself.
So basically, let's summarize what happened at Coachella.
So Coachella is this festival happens once a year, 2 weekends, right?
Big artists, not just DJs like Doja Cat and all those other big artists are headlining on those days.
Yeah, so it takes place in California, and it's a beautiful show. People pay a lot of money to go there. And then Grimes, Elon Musk's ex-wife or something like that. She's his ex-wife,
No,
right?
I don't think they were ever together.
They have children together.
They have 3 kids together.
Yes. So. She has, I checked, she has like 6.7 million listeners monthly on Spotify. I mean, she's not nobody.
No, yeah.
But let's just say there are way bigger artists than her. So I guess it's who you know.
Yeah, exactly, man.
But again, I'm not trying to lay into her. I'm just saying, how could you do this? She had a meltdown on stage behind the booth. Had a meltdown, yelling. I didn't even know about until I started watching the videos. I did not know she was yelling and making all these sounds and swearing and stopping the music and starting it again.
Literally, every vowel of the
alphabet. I couldn't believe that meltdown. Like, I obviously felt bad for her, but at the same time, she literally threw her assistant under the bus.
So she was literally, before the show, she usually prepares everything, right? And before this show, she got her assistant to prep the tracks for her. And she was saying that, I should have done it myself. If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. So literally, she's putting him under the bus.
And he responded.
He did really?
Yes, I believe that was his tweet or something. Like he said, "Don't throw me under the bus." Like no need to throw me under the bus. So I'm pretty sure that was him. And that's kind of a low.
That's pretty low
thing to do to someone. And also some people said she looked and sounded like she was under the influence.
I thought so.
And when I was watching it, it kind of did look like she was on something.
She was literally slurring all her words.
And just the way she was talking. Not just the slurring, like the manner in which she was talking.
Yeah, right? It sounded like totally she was on something.
And it's funny, like what I don't understand is, if her assistant knew what was going on, why did he never go on stage and fix it for her?
Well, she was on stage. She was alive in front of people, right? So
it was better to let her have that meltdown? I think guess. Going on stage for a second and helping her out.
Well, that made sense.
I think that would have been okay.
Yeah, but maybe he got upset. Maybe he got upset that she was throwing him under the bus.
I think that's why.
Like, no, let her burn, crash and burn, sort of thing, right?
That's it's really messed up. I mean, I feel really bad for her that she went through that experience, because I had some small mess ups as a DJ.
And we all do.
Just a few people, I mean, like 50 people or whatever. And I was just sweating buckets. Can you imagine Coachella messing that up?
But that's the thing. Honestly, nobody's going to notice your mess ups.
Well, not if it's that.
Well, no. Honestly, if she just didn't say anything, nobody would have noticed.
No, man. No. The music was going like, of course they would notice.
She could have still played it off.
She could have. So her music was doubled. Like, the BPM was doubled. Apparently, and I don't know that because I don't know how to play on CDJs. I've never really had much experience on them. So that's something I'm learning. But apparently there's a button there that if you press it, it undoubles it. It goes back to normal. Is it also on Serato or is it just on CDJs?
I think it's a record box.
I mean, on record box. Is it?
Yeah.
So you don't actually have to have CDJs for it.
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that. But you know what?
What?
I'm a beginner, and I guess I'm allowed not to know.
Yeah, true.
But if you are Grimes going to perform in Coachella, I think you should know the software inside out.
Yeah.
And the hardware inside out.
It was her fault too. She should have practice her sets beforehand, right? Practiced in the live scenario as much as she could have.
But that wasn't the actual DJing being bad, because apparently she started off, she killed it in the beginning.
She killed it in the beginning, yeah.
But then this happened. It was just the inexperience of the software of just. Is she an actual DJ?
I don't know, man. She's really an artist. Like, she's a singer, songwriter, producer.
She's not.
She's
a DJ.
She's not a DJ.
Okay,
sort of thing. I think it's one of those, like, she's singing and producing, writing her own music, and she has to DJ to, like, kind of present her music, sort of thing, right? And she's using it.
And a lot of people said, this is why no sync button. This is why DJ and learn to DJ by ear. And she was saying no because I couldn't hear the monitors. Maybe she's right, but I call BS. I don't think she couldn't hear what. So everyone else did and she didn't?
Exactly. I don't think so, man.
Everyone else heard it. Their sets went fine, but hers didn't. Somebody sabotaged her. I don't know, man. Maybe. I wasn't there.
Maybe, but who knows, right? She could be just making herself look good, right?
Saving face, whatever, right?
An excuse, right?
So rather than talking about her forever, we'll finish this list we have here and just like relate it to what we spoke about before. But so there's a few things we wrote here. She couldn't do the simple math of divide by 2. So if it's at 220 BPM,
have that.
And if you don't know where the button is, then just lower that that BPM slider, lower it to 110 or 80 or whatever is half of whatever song you're listening to right now, right? So why didn't you do that math? Or what did you say? You could loop it, right?
You could loop it, and then you can go on your cell phone and divide it.
200 divided by 2.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 100.
And then just move it. Oh my God. Nobody's going to notice. If you looped it for like 10 minutes, everybody would still be going, because you're on stage, right? You're an artist.
At that speed, it sounded like drum and bass.
It did sound pretty funky.
Meets dubstep, meets.
Like, whoa.
So, yeah, it's just... It just feels like she was so green.
Yeah.
She was so not ready for a DJ performance. And that's why it happened. Not because she doesn't know how to DJ. Not because she never learned how to transition correctly. It's all the other things. It's how to be professional on stage, how to correct a mess up,
Yeah. And her just screaming in the mic, like, not just randomly. Just,
Yeah.
No, not even because of it. Just she's just frustrated. It just showed
yelling,
and she didn't
swearing,
need to do that. Right?
Yeah.
If you want to, professionalism. It's all about being just like keeping your calm, keeping your cool when you're on stage.
Yeah.
Make it look like that you know what you're doing. You're doing everything on purpose, right?
Yeah, so I'm sure Elon Musk had a laugh watching this.
Oh, for sure.
I would say no, he probably felt bad for her, but Elon Musk is a troll. He does not feel bad.
No, especially because they're not together anymore.
Yeah, so she did say she's gonna come back strong and she's gonna do everything herself. And once again, showing that it wasn't her fault.
Of course, I mean, she asked you. I'm sure she's gonna have tons of eyes on her in her next performance, and she has no choice, literally.
Yeah. So honestly, as a DJ and as a human being, seeing someone crash and burn like this. Personally, I have a conscience. I can be empathetic to understand how this might feel, and I wasn't happy to see her go through that. I'm not gonna sit here and burn her, but these are some questions we had. These are some things that went through our mind, and rather than kind of lay into her, this is more like us telling you, hey, this is what we spoke about, all the stuff in the last 16 episodes, which led to the 17th episode, right?
Yeah. And this is things that happen to every DJ. Everybody goes through this type of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's just how you handle it. And I don't think she handled it very well.
You know what? I wasn't sure if I was going to bring it up, but because you made it work, I will.
Yeah.
the event we had with the moving heads with the Chauvet lights, the moving lights.
Yeah.
They changed the schedule on us.
Oh
they
my God.
made everything a lot more difficult.
Yes.
You had half an hour less to set up.
Yes. Because of ceremony.
And there were technical difficulties with the lights.
With the lights and with the plug-in, the in-house system
Yes.
that we're trying to plug in.
And I think that's the first time I probably saw you really stressed out.
I was,
But nobody else knew.
bro, I was sweating buckets, but I was like trying to stay cool. Like
Nobody else knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one knew.
I was trying. It was really tough because the wedding planner or the coordinator
She was on your
harping
case.
on my ass. I'm like, we got to start now. Now we're late. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we got to do it. We ended up playing it on our phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, the entrances.
Yeah, but how well did you do it? I actually never heard somebody
We did it.
DJ on Spotify or Apple Music, whatever you were using,
Bro.
as well as you did. It was done really well.
It had to be done, man.
But the thing is, their system was not working, and then our system gave us issues.
It gave us issues.
That was just the lights.
Yes.
But we didn't need the lights really for that moment. It wasn't that important.
Actually, we did, man. It was the first dance. So
Did it go as far as the first dance?
It was the first. It was the entrance, and it went into the first.
We didn't
dance.
fix it. Oh, we did not fix it by
fix
then.
because we didn't have enough time, man.
Yeah, I remember the beginning, but not the end. Okay, so
that hurt.
yeah,
that was.
But
painful.
hey, no one knew.
No one knew.
Even
No
though they
one
were
knew.
right there, no one knew.
Yeah, yeah. And
Did
you know
you-
the bride and groom, they really loved like how we worked. They knew we had like problems and differences, but we still worked through it, and they appreciated still going for pretty flawlessly.
Yeah.
For
it
them.
went well. People were happy, and that's the thing. We could have easily exposed ourselves,
We could have easily just went crazy on the coordinator, but
but we didn't. Right?
didn't.
We kept cool.
Yeah.
You kept cool.
Yeah.
I was nervous for you.
bro, I didn't look like you were too nervous. I was sweating buckets.
That was over a year ago. I
Yeah.
think I still wasn't sure how bad it was.
Yeah, it was bad. I told you after. I'm like, oh, that was one of the worst that
Yeah.
I've experienced. Right?
And I experienced it kind of recently in February, I believe. What was it? 26th, 16th? Recently, remember?
Yes.
When I end up linking the using the other port on my speakers to make it work because I had the wrong hardware.
So basically, people were waiting for you to DJ. They were like, when's the music
Thank
coming
God
on,
we
DJ?
had a different, like a Bluetooth speaker with some good playlists on it.
That was
right?
saving you right there.
That was saving it. But that's how you prepare.
Yeah.
Right? That's why you bring people with you. You make sure something is going to be there in case something else happens. There's plan B, there's plan C. And I had this guy with me who was trying to learn and kind of have his first show in front of people.
But he was totally oblivious, right?
He was always asking me, Ilya, what should I do now? What should I do now? And I was so
Focused.
leave me alone.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna
about
figure
to
this out.
explode right now, and I just need to. If I'm gonna lose it, then you can't do anything, right? Like you won't be able to fix anything. So I need to stay calm. So
Yeah.
I wasn't really calm.
No,
but,
you weren't. But
I made sure they didn't see it.
yeah,
Right?
that's all that matters, man.
Yeah. So, and if I could do that as an absolute beginner, I think Grimes should be able to do that.
Yeah,
But that's a bit of a different situation, right? Coachella versus us DJing for
then it happens
or like a certain amount of people.
Yeah, that too, and then ego comes into play too as well.
Yeah.
Right.
She has a huge,
Following.
like an image, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess there are some points against her, and then there are some things that we understand, but I don't think she was prepared.
No, I don't think so either, bro.
So what would you do in that situation?
In this situation, I would stay calm. Like literally, I would play off like I know what I'm doing and just keep going. Like totally, you know that I'm professional all the way. Like I don't want anybody to know that I'm screwing up, even though I am, like, royally, right? So that's me. What would you do though?
So yeah, we know we already went through like what would you do in that situation, but we just like wanted to wrap it up like that. But I really mean in the situation of DJing in front of thousands of people.
Thousands, same thing, man.
Right? You wouldn't change anything.
I wouldn't change anything. I would still just stay cool and just keep rocking, man.
Okay, you'll find a way to just
get through it.
You'll find a way for sure. I never saw you not finding a way.
Yeah, I always do, and I'd beat match by ear.
Yes,
number one.
You can just remove that sync button out of the thing for you.
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
Man, what would I do?
What would you do?
So we already established I don't know how to use CDJs.
Okay, so
I'm learning how to use Rekordbox. It's not that big of a learning curve, but some things are different.
Yeah.
But pretty much what you said, because I know if I lose it, it's gonna be so much worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like I may say something to explain myself for a moment and be like, sorry, just like dealing with something or whatever. I don't know what I will say.
You could.
But depending on the situation, I may say something, but I will not lose myself like that. I would not have a meltdown.
Yeah.
Right? And also if she was on something, I wouldn't be on something when I'm performing.
Exactly. Number one.
Maybe coffee.
Coffee.
Right? Nothing else to kind of distort myself, because unless you're an absolute pro and you know that stuff doesn't really
affect you
in that way.
You can do it in your sleep, literally.
Yeah. So fine, I guess, but I don't think taking that handicap of having your brain altered, working slower or something is really good for you.
Well, who knows? It might make it better.
It
for
might,
some people, right?
It might, but again, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
in her defense, I think she's an artist more than a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm making excuses for her. So
she should have been ready. You have an obligation. You got to hold yourself accountable. If you're going to perform in front of so many people,
especially on that stage, one of the biggest that shows on earth, pretty much, right?
So hopefully it's not going to leave a big dent in her career forever. Hopefully this is going to blow over.
Good thing she has another show.
Yeah.
Another couple of shows, right?
Yeah. So. She has more than just DJing in her life. She has a lot of things going on for her. Mm-hmm. So, and then like you said, she's going to be able to redeem herself. I really hope
she
does well. But yeah, well, there we go. This is another episode of The Clever DJ.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for tuning in again.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
See you then.
Coming up soon, episode number 18.
Yes, it's coming up.